911, what is your emergency?
Wanted to get something off my chest. Wanted to talk about Valve's handheld, the Steam Deck.
Sir, this line is reserved for emergencies only.
You have to order it directly through Valve, right through the Steam website.
Sir, I can't...
Don't give me that, oh, you can install Windows through some backdoor way of getting around everything and sideload. No, fuck off.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today, we are going to be looking at a review of the Steam Deck made by one Canadian gamer. Now, as many of you who follow me know that I covered Quantum TV's Steam Deck review quite a while ago, and I've heard that Canadian Gamer's Steam Deck review makes Quantum TV's look intelligent and well thought out in comparison, so you know that's gotta be saying something, right? Now, with this video, however, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is that I'm going to be watching it blind, basically, meaning that I have no earthly idea of what he says or anything about his review beforehand, and I'm hoping that maybe it'll make my content better and my words more intelligent sounding and better thought out. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another rant. Now today, wanted to get something off my chest. Wanted to talk about Valve's handheld, the Steam Deck. Yes, the Steam Deck. So there's a lot that I want to say about this product. I don't think we're going to be able to cover it all in today's video. But where do we even begin with this thing?
How's about the fact that it blows the Nintendo Switch clean out of the water? I think that would be a fantastic place to start myself.
So the Steam Deck launched earlier this year, I believe. And yeah, let's just get this out of the way. It's not cheap.
Wow, thank God Mr. Canadian Gamer told us that the Steam Deck ain't cheap. You know, I was only wondering why, as I ordered it all those weeks ago, why Steam had debited my bank account by darn near $600, only for it to show up the following Friday. But thanks to our good pal Canadian Gamer, the mystery has been solved. Hooray! Okay, all sarcasm and silliness aside, yeah man, of course it's gonna be expensive. A lot of high-end computer things go into it to make the games run as well as they possibly can, but it's well worth it when you can take your Steam library on the go. I mean, I've platinumed at least 2 games on the thing as of this video's making, and I'm close to getting the platinum for another game with it, which will be my 6th game to platinum on my Steam account, 3rd on my Steam Deck, and it's Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster. Anyways, I've rambled on with this one for long enough, so back to you, Canadian Gamer.
You have to order it directly through Valve, right through the Steam website. So you have to log in and create a Steam account.
No shit.
And the console, the idea of the console, it's basically a Nintendo Switch knockoff, if you will. Very similar aesthetically to the Switch.
Dude, I own both, a Steam Deck and a Nintendo Switch, and I can tell you right now, they don't look anything alike, at least not to me. Here, I'll put up pictures of both, just so that we can see them both. Tell me they don't look alike, without actually telling me that they don't look alike.
Obviously, it's more powerful. The Steam Deck's got about as much power as, let's say, a last generation console, if you will. So there's a lot of greasy neckbeard nerds in the community that have their dicks right in the air over the Steam Deck.
Guy, why you gotta insult people who have a Steam Deck? Why are you insulting people the same way Quantum TV does? Are you really as immature as that narcissistic idiot is?
And so let's take a look at the prices, shall we? So I've got it right up on my screen here. So an entry-level Steam Deck, get this, it's $499 Canadian. I don't know what the shipping and handling is on the console. Again, you can't buy it at retail. And that comes with 64 gigabytes of memory. And then you can get the next model up, which jumps up to $659 Canadian. So at that point, it's more expensive than a Series X or PlayStation 5. And you can get 256 gigabytes of memory SSD, $659. And then for $819 Canadian, you can get the Cadillac model, which comes with 512 gigabytes with SSD. So, yeah, not cheap. You can't go into a regular brick and mortar store. You can't go into Walmart and take a look at one of these things. Heaven forbid you'd want to look at one before you purchase it. Heaven forbid you'd want to look at one.
Okay, first of all, the reason the Steam Deck isn't sold in brick and mortar stores is because the stores doing the selling would need to make a profit as well. And considering that Valve is already selling the Steam Deck at a loss is because they've lowered the bar of entry into PC gaming, and Steam can make all of the money back by those people getting into PC gaming and buying those games on Steam. It also means that there are more people who are willing to dip their toes into PC gaming.
So you have to roll the dice and order one of these online. Wait God knows how long for it to arrive.
Well, I mean, for me, it was like less than a week, if I'm recalling correctly. So...
And then when it finally does arrive, you get to be the cool kid on the block because you know why, folks? You've got a Steam Deck, okay? Big fucking deal.
And is there something wrong with owning a Steam Deck? You sound like Harmon Smith at this point, mate. Oh, the Steam Deck isn't going to be successful. Oh, the Nintendo Switch is going to demolish the Steam Deck and other lines of salt-riddled bollocks. Like, this is what I don't understand, right? This is what gets me, is why do these console peasants let the Steam Deck get to them? Seriously, they sound like school children. Harmon Smith, Canadian Gamer, I haven't heard any Sony ponies talk about it, but I'm pretty sure they exist because if the Nintendrones do it and the Xbots do it, then there is no way in hell that the Sony ponies don't do it. It's mind-boggling to me that anyone would let a handheld PC get to them. It just sounds like jealousy to me. Also, I just realized this, but this guy's camera quality sucks. Seriously, how old is the camera that he used to record this in 2022?
Where do we even begin with this fucking thing? Where do we even begin?
Well, you've already covered the price point, so how about talking about some of the things that the Steam Deck does well, and after you've covered that, move on to the Steam Deck's cons. That's what I do when I review games on Steam. It's what most people who review anything do.
I think I would rather have a Nintendo Switch than a Steam Deck.
Yeah, I'm sure Harmon Smith is jumping for joy at hearing that one. Then again, anyone trashing anything that isn't made by Nintendo will make Harmon Smith jump for joy, so long as they praise Nintendo in turn. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. But this is something that just really gets under my skin, is when someone says something like he does, like he says, I would rather have a Nintendo Switch than a Steam Deck, but then he goes on to list no reasons whatsoever as to why he would rather have a Nintendo Switch than a Steam Deck, apart from price point. Like, if you don't like the Steam Deck, then that's fine, but you have to actually give me reasons apart from price point as to why you don't like the Steam Deck. That's all I ask.
So, my biggest gripe with the Steam Deck, other than the price and the fact that you can't even go into the store to look at one, is the fact that Valve has pretty much put a fucking gun to your head as a consumer and told you the only way that you can play games on this piece of shit console is if you subscribe to Steam, Valve's online store, and be able to purchase games digitally. You can't run physical games on the Steam Deck, and play your games that way.
At this point, I do believe it's fair to say that this guy is certifiably brain dead. Okay, so just like you asked, where do we start with the Steam Deck in regards to his review, I will ask, where do we start with his brain dead take in that last part of the video? I'm thinking we should start with him saying that Valve put a gun up to your head and saying that Steam is a subscription service. No, Steam is not a subscription service, it is a PC storefront, and it is completely free to register. If it was a subscription service, then you would have to pay a monthly fee to access the service, which there is not one, and I hope to God Almighty that it never happens. Secondly, of course the games aren't going to be physical for the Steam Deck. There aren't any physical games being sold by Steam, or on Steam. Even if you do go to a store and buy, say, a physical copy of Skyrim, you still have to input a digital code into Steam, and then download the game through the storefront. Heck, even console games are going mostly digital these days, or at least they are on the Nintendo Switch, so this is a moot talking point. Lastly, the Steam Deck isn't a console, it is a handheld PC, and only a console peasant would say that the Steam Deck is a console.
Apparently there's significant compatibility issues with the Steam Deck. So I heard from someone who has a Steam account on their computer and they've got like over 350 games. And when they booted up their Steam Deck and logged into Steam, the Steam Deck was only telling him that only about 150 titles could potentially run properly on the Steam Deck. Wrap your fucking head around that. Good Lord. You've built up this huge catalog of digital downloads on your PC, and then you log on to the Steam Deck, which you'd think wouldn't have any issues running every single game in your catalog, and apparently it's not the case. There's compatibility issues.
Now, I only got my Steam Deck a few weeks ago as of this video's making, but I've played several games that Valve claims are unsupported on the Steam Deck, and I can tell you that a lot of them run extremely well. Case in point, Secret of Mana. Valve says that Secret of Mana is unsupported on the Steam Deck, and yet I managed to play Secret of Mana from start to finish on the Steam Deck, even managing to platinum it. I've played the beginning areas of Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe, and The Blight Below, and although Valve claims that that game is unsupported as well, it still runs like a charm. Now, I don't know what the situation was back when the Steam Deck first came out, but I can tell you that just because Valve says a game is unsupported doesn't mean it's actually unplayable on the Steam Deck. It just means that Valve hasn't tested the game enough. If you actually did even an iota of research for your video, you would know this.
Which brings me to my next point. If the fucking console had Windows installed, it would be so much better of an ecosystem, folks. Imagine if it had Windows 11, right? You could run your emulation, you could run your abandonware, you could run DOSBox, you could fucking log into good old games. But no, Valve puts a pistol to your head and tells you you have to become a member of Steam if you haven't already. And that's how Valve makes their money, right? You buy the Steam Deck, they get your foot in the door, right? And they get your buy-in, they force you to download Steam and start accumulating digital downloads, which is essentially a rental service. And all you fucking neckbeards out there fell for it. Oh my fucking God. Every single person I've spoken to that bought a Steam Deck, you know what they're doing with their Steam Deck? They're sitting there staring at it. It's a fucking paperweight, okay? Good fucking Lord.
Wow, man, so much misinformation with so much salt. I think I'm gonna OD on all this salt. So he's saying if the console, which again the Steam Deck is not, it is a handheld PC, not a console, you brain dead moron, had Windows installed on it, then you could run emulation, log into good old games, you could run DOSBox, all that bullcrap. But what he apparently doesn't understand is that you actually can install Windows on the Steam Deck. Funny that. Now, I've heard from Quantum TV that it costs some performance or something with the Steam Deck, but Quantum TV is a brain-dead see you next Tuesday, so dismiss everything he says immediately. Also, screw Windows 11, stick with Windows 10. Oh, and if you download EmuDeck onto your Steam Deck, you can in fact run emulators to play your older games on it. It takes care of everything regarding emulation for you. Also, you're talking about digital downloads as well? That's going to be the entire game industry one day, man. It's not just PC, and Nintendo is already well on its way to being like that, considering that you actually have to stream play certain games on the Switch just to run some of them. Lastly, you must not have spoken to very many Steam Deck users then, because I only ever stare at mine when I'm gaming on it. Furthermore, at this point, I just want to say that this guy's voice just grates on my nerves. Now, don't get me wrong, my voice ain't exactly a beautiful angelic choir either, but dude, I know that's something that's beyond anyone's ability to control is what their voice sounds like, but still, man.
Good Lord. You'd be further ahead to spend $700 or $800 on a decent laptop, not a gaming laptop, just a decent laptop, and install your games on the laptop through Windows. So what I'm seeing in the community is there's a lot of elitism and consumerism surrounding this device. There's a lot of gamers out there, they call themselves gamers, and they buy the Steam Deck just so they can pump their chest in the air. Look what I have, look what I have. I've got the latest gizmo. I've got the Steam Deck, ladies and gentlemen. Look what I have, look what I have. Fuck off. Wrap your fucking heads around that. For a mid-tier Steam Deck, $659 Canadian.
Why are you running a clap track every time you say something like F off to Steam Deck users, dude? Seriously, is your self-esteem so low that you need an imaginary audience clapping for you? Imagine if everyone on YouTube did something stupid like that. Wouldn't that make you just want to kill yourself? Anyway, no one is buying the Steam Deck to pump their chest in the air and saying whatever the F it was you said. It was like, look at what I have, ladies and gentlemen, latest piece of technology. Mate, if you don't like Steam or the Steam Deck, then that's fine. Don't worry about them. Go about your day and pretend that they don't exist. All you gotta do. I have never been able to understand why people let things like this get to them this badly.
Plus shipping and handling. You can't test it out before you buy it. You can't even touch it or look at it. You have to order it through Valve's website. Whereas you can walk right into Walmart, right off the street, and for $599 Canadian, you could buy one of these. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Are you gonna play Starfield on your Steam Deck? Are you gonna play Starfield? No, you're not.
So we at least now know that Canadian Gamer here is a Bethesda Softworks fanboy and an X-Bot too. Match made in heaven right there. Also, how do you know that we won't get to play Starfield on the Steam Deck, dude? The game isn't even out yet.
Because you don't have Windows and you don't have an Xbox. So yeah, there's so much that really pisses me off about the Steam Deck. It's so niche. It's so fucking niche. Just like the fucking Mister and the Framemeister. God, I hate these products where you can't go into the store and look at them. I can't fucking stand that.
So then don't buy it, numbnuts.
And like I said, the icing on the cake is the fact that you have to install and subscribe to Steam OS, which is garbage. Who uses Steam OS? Seriously. So, you know, this seems like it would be a good idea. You know, this product seems like it would be a good idea, you know? A Nintendo Switch killer. You know, a Switch for adults. If it had Windows installed on it. But no. For this price, for what they're asking, and all you have is Steam OS. No, don't give me that, oh, you can install Windows through some backdoor way of getting around everything and sideload. No, fuck off. If it doesn't come with Windows from the fucking factory, I'm not interested.
Okay, at this point, the guy is repeating himself, and I have no interest in repeating myself unless it's to learn another country's language, so we're gonna end it here. And can I just say, holy freaking crap, was that review terrible. I swear to the Lord God, my Savior, people weren't kidding when they said that Canadian Gamer's review of the Steam Deck, if you want to call it that, was so bad that it actually made Quantum TV's review of it look intelligent by comparison. Anyways, we're going to end it here, so until the next video, take care out there, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now!
Son of a bitch,